All right. Oops, I'm just fixing.
Yeah.
Okay, hello everybody! Kia ora! Kamusta kayong lahat dyan mga kababayan? Dito man sa Manorewa, Glendon Park, Auckland, anywhere here in New Zealand, or whoever is watching us from the other side of the world, we're happy to see you again, and hopefully you'll get a chance to engage with us. It's me, Juby of Grow Yourself, and we have Marianne of Ray White, a real estate agent of Ray White, and we're going to discuss more about pumasok sa isip ko money, but of course in the long run, that's what you want to build. Although
Yeah.
our topic tonight is building dreams. Anong dream mo,
Yes, building
Marianne?
your dreams. Well, I am actually for me at it, parang 'di ba kanina tinitignan ko yung topic mo, building dreams, finding your perfect home as a first home buyer. I really want to build my own. Like if
Your own home.
Like, yes, I actually really want to build it because at least it's customized to what I want. And like as long as kasi parang for me the advantage of me having my in-laws have their own land, parang for me that's gonna be cheaper than buying a new home.
Okay, interesting.
Yes.
My
And it's a
husband is
different loan ate. What? Sorry po?
my husband is also the same. He's thinking of, pero it's just like in the long run maybe. For now we're just building our, how do you say that, our investment or something like
Equity.
that. Because of
Your
course
equity.
our first, yes, our first investment is our first home, but
Mm.
we look forward to having the home, our dream home talaga, yung we have enough space and the rooms and the design would be customized according to our wish, our own plan. So it's like the same as you wanted na ikaw ang magde-design, something like that. Yeah, have it
Yes,
built.
yes. Yes. I think it's quite I don't know ate, but then it's got this disadvantage as well because if I build it, then of course I customize it to my own taste. And I don't know if someone will like it, but it's almost the same as when you're buying a house. They customize it at their own taste and then we buy it.
Yeah, and I think there will always be someone who will like it anyway. But of course, if that's gonna be your dream home,
Yeah.
you're more likely to stay there for maybe a long time until you retire. Kaya nga,
Yes.
it's best advice not to buy. It's really hard to buy your dream home talaga on your first,
Mm.
ano tawag dyan, pag first buy
First
mo
home.
here in New Zealand. Mhm. As
Yes.
a first
And I
home,
think
because
like
you don't have.
yes, ate. That's so true. So it's in line with the topic that you have actually. So our topic today, Ate Juby has actually sent me a really good topic as well that we can, we can talk about tonight, which is building dreams. And what are the types of the properties that actually you would want to consider when you're purchasing, right, Ate? So like there are. You've asked me this before. There are the new builds. There are of course existing ones, and then there is the renovated ones. So it actually depends on like what sort of buyer you are. With new builds, if you would want to talk about at the new builds that you've sent me an advantage, you can actually tell everyone like what are the advantages of actually buying a new build. What do you think, Ate?
Okay, before we carry on to that one, I'm just checking my sound because it feels like
It's
sounds
kind of
like
like it's
there are glitches.
staticky. Staticky.
Oh, is it the network, or I'm also hearing some buzzing sound? Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe because
like
of the that I'm using.
the
So
headphones.
yes, so far okay,
Yeah, now
all
it's
good.
clear again.
All right, let's carry on. So we're basically going to talk about the three type of property: the new build, old build, na sinabi mo, and
Existing, yes.
old build or
And then,
existing, and
yes.
renovated. And sa
Yes.
renovated, marami din akong itatanong diyan mamaya. But we don't have, ano ba yung empty land lang. I mean, no
Oh, so
house.
it's just a lot. Yeah, it's just the land at it that you're
What do we
buying.
call
So
that
that's the
again?
lot.
It's a
We call
section.
it lot. Yeah, section. Yeah,
Lot,
yes.
section. Okay, let's start with the more popular ba ito? Or it's just common nowadays kasi maraming binibuild. So, new build.
New build. I think it's more it's common for first home buyers at especially for, to be very honest, so most of the properties that and most buyers that I've met and helped buy their house, when they're an immigrant, they really like especially Filipinos. So Filipinos and some from Southeast Asia, they like new builds.
Why?
I think for me, what I feel like is that because us Filipinos were used to having subdivisions back in the Philippines, so we're always in the townhouse. So you know how, di ba po, like me, I live in the Philippines. I live in Soldiers Hills, Alabang. So it's a
Alabangis.
townhouse. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and maybe because of the thinking na it's new. Diba? Parang
Mm.
you want to build a new life here in New Zealand, so you want to have a new build.
Yes,
Maybe?
and ate, like you've sent me a list earlier that was actually very interesting and it's really informative as well. What are the advantages, ate? Like you can tell that to all our viewers right now. The advantages of actually buying a new build.
Um, for me, kasi ako, if I'm going to invest, I would greatly consider a new build. Number one
Mm.
is may warranty siya. Kasi bago
Yes.
eh. Diba? That's the idea, may warranty. Um, but I don't know how long.
So
Maybe 5 years or so.
depende siya ate. So like so so there's the master builder warranty and there's just the builder's warranty. So master builder warranty, that one has actually it's like 10, I think 10 years. I think both of it is 10 years if you're buying a new build. So you kind
Ideally
of
10
have to
years.
really talk about that, ask about the warranty with the real estate agent that's selling it with you, because there's always I was quite confused earlier on kasi parang when I was helping our kababayan buy a property that was a new build. It's just here in Mahia, and I thought there's massive builder warranty, but then the listing agent, because me, I was the buyer's agent, so the listing agent explained it to me. Now it's not the master's builder's warranty, but it's the builder's warranty. So there's quite a bit of a difference. Maybe we can invite a builder next time so they can explain it to us further, because of us agents, where of course we need to know a lot about everything about the property. But when it comes to like this, like the warranties and everything, we just have to be making sure as well what is included in the house that we're selling. So there's two different. So there's the master builders and then the builder's warranty. But usually it's 10 years, ate. You're on mute, ate. Oh, you're mute.
I plug my equipment. It doesn't really work well. I got it from Timo just to, how do you say that? Timu or Timu
Team.
or Timu?
Ewan.
Whatever. I've checked it out. It's not, I think it's better than wala. Total, you can hear me well, right?
Yes. And me, I'm not using anything. I'm also just
Oh,
using my laptop's audio.
yeah. It's better. So it's probably, yeah, we'll look for builders, probably developers. I know
Mhm.
known one that I can just probably next time, so that they can elaborate further on the warranty of these new builds, because it's very
Mm.
important. It goes also to another advantage where you will have low maintenance. Kasi bago pa
Yes.
eh. It will take a while for it to for wear
Wear
for
and
the
tear.
spots to wear and tear. You know, man, that's so good.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
so true.
sorry, ang kakilala ko na nakabili ng second home nila that they have rented out is a new build in
Mm.
2021 ata or 22. And yun
Mhm.
din ang number one na reasons nila why they bought a new build, because of low maintenance kasi bago pa, and of course the warranty.
Mm.
Any other advantages that you would like to add on?
I think like for an investment property, I would like to have a new build. Unless na lang na I would want to land bank a property. So if it's land banking, then I would want something that has a big section. So land banking ate is that you can either you would want to think of a longer term of actually earning money, is that you're actually more after the capital the capital growth more than the yield of the rental yield. So
Mm.
you kind of have to weigh that in as well. But for me, ate, if I'm just a first time investor like you, I would like to have a new build. So aside from you don't have to maintain too much, you don't have a lot of, expenses ate. So like it's gonna take like, I don't know, 5, 6 years for you to have something that is a problem with a property, and especially that you're putting a tenant on it. Like majority of the times the tenant, we don't know how good the tenant is, and that's the reason why I would suggest you put it on a property management than you managing it on your own, because it's really hard. There's a different type of course, like as us real estate agent, we have to have a certification or a license to actually be a real estate, so like real estate agent. But property management, there's so many things that you don't know as a first time investor and putting your property on rent. Like you don't know, like there are things like, I don't know, if something happened to your property, is it going to be you're going to be liable to that, or is it going to be the tenants liable? So it's better
Oh,
for me. I would suggest to put it on property management, but it's really good to buy new build if it's your first home for me. Of course, this won't apply to everyone else, but I just see that the advantages, like what you said, ate, less maintenance, very little. Yung kumbaga, imagine if you have an investment property that has such a big land, you have to ask your tenant to, to mow the
oh,
lawn.
that's true. And one more thing about new build, ang nagustuhan ko is the modern design. Kasi ang mga old build, luma ng design. I don't like the separation of each part of the house. Like there's a wall and door for the lounge, and
Yeah,
there's the kitchen. There's a door between the lounge and the
yeah.
kitchen. I want an open plan. So sa akin yon. That's what I like in a new build, kasi most cases it's an open plan where you can cook while entertaining your visitors, because there's just one
Yes.
big area that occupied that can what do you call this, that is like
We can all hang out.
yeah, combination of the dining, kitchen,
Yeah.
and lounge. So I like
Yeah.
that
So it's
kind of
almost like an entertainer's house, like you can
yeah.
have a guest over all the
So
time.
like you can still chat with your family if they're watching TV while you're washing the dishes, and then the husband, say for example, is
Right.
cooking. So parang walang division, I like
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah, and that's true. That's true, Ate. And also what we forgot is that like new builds will also have the newest appliances. Like
yeah,
you'll
high
have
dishwasher, wala sa bahay ko, and I can't put it in one corner kasi masikip na, kaya tiis-tiis na lang,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, like new builds, most of the new builds that I sold, meron na siyang, like of course, new oven, new dishwasher, and of course, like all those range hoods. It's actually quite good. And what's
Mm.
good with new build as well, Ate, is like off the plans, you can request what sort of appliances you would want to include. Of course, you would kind of have to pay a little bit more, but at the end of the day, you can
What?
choose stuff. Yeah, you can customize. So those are the off the plans. So like houses that are being sold right now that it's not done yet. It's not about to finish, but it's not
Ah, it's
finished.
still in the process. Yeah.
Yes.
And of course, it's insulated, right?
Yes.
Walls,
Oh yes,
ceiling.
talking about insulation, Ate, I have a very good client from Weymouth, and she's also the mom of Orion's classmate in Montessori in the Wildlings and Weymouth, and she said the reason why, because their first home is a new build, and if they're even, because they wanted to sell their property with me, but we are wanting for them to move into a newer build but bigger. So the reason
Mm,
why they are not open to actually buying an older house, even though it's got land, is that they feel that they're healthier in a new home.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
another thing is that they don't pay too much in electricity because it's warm. Like in winter, they don't even use much heat pump.
yeah. And double glaze, it's also a
Yeah.
great to keep you warm during winter. Double glaze,
Mm.
pump, ano pa, yung HRV, I like that too because it
Yes.
doesn't cry, make your windows cry in the
Yeah.
wee. Yeah. So,
Yes. That's so true.
ang daming advantages. Ano
Yeah,
ba? Is
see,
it a
imagine that. And that's the reason why, Ate, if you're looking for an investment, new build is also good. Like majority of the time, it's already healthy home certified because it's already the heat pump, it's already double glaze, it's already got like all those drop covers under the door. So it's pretty much it's already following the build, the healthy home standard.
yeah, building standard of the modern days?
Yeah.
And one more thing na
Yeah.
I really value a lot, the tank, ready for tanks. I think a lot of new build
Yeah.
homes already. Kasi makaka-save ka dun sa energy eh, with the uh,
Yes.
gas tanks. Pero
Yes.
may advantages din naman ang new build because no home is perfect. Disadvantages, one, what I don't like with the new builds now, although if I have money, then you can probably have a new build with a bigger land. But most of them now has smaller lands. So big things
Yes.
is yung meron akong outdoor area, outdoor space. That's
And you
for
like
me
gardening.
yeah. Although I can make vertical garden, but still, iba yung pagpasok mo, or I mean, paglabas mo, you still have enough space between you and your neighbor. That's one thing.
That's so true. And it's almost like
Mm.
another disadvantage. It's the same thing as what you've said, Ate. Aside from it doesn't have a space, majority of the newer builds right now is almost like a cookie cutter. It looks the same. It just looks the same.
Cookie.
So there's
That's a new
cookie
word
cutter.
for me. Cookie. Ano yun?
It's like a cookie cutter. You know how it's just like everything is all the same. It like looks like a gingerbread, gingerbread.
Kasi
You know,
mahilig mag-bake cookie cutter. Ah, right.
cookie cutter. We call
Yes, ang style niya, ang design niya with the name in the neighborhood. It's quite similar. Para siyang
And it's funny, Ate.
boxes.
It's funny how, yes, and it's funny how you will know a certain developer because so like let's say you drive to Papakura and you see a certain new development, and then you drive to Manorewa, you'll be like, oh, maybe it's the same developer, and it's actually really true. It's the same developer because it looks the same.
Yeah, that's
So there's no
that's true.
charm.
Mm. Kasi magkaka-impact ka talaga. Like, just to be honest, and because every time we have a visitor or maybe a friend coming over to have just to visit us, they'd be surprised
Yeah.
because you will not what do you call this? It's when you come inside my house from the outside, it looks small. That's what they would always comment. But
Yes.
when they and so surprised sila, malaki pala sa likod. And then the garden would really amaze them. And
Yes.
that's a character. No? Ayun yung mga binibenta
Yes.
minsan sa what do you call properties. A property with character. What yung sinasabi nila?
That is actually really true, Ate. And that's the thing. Like me, I would love actually the third type of house that we're gonna talk about today. So like new builds, but I'm not gonna preempt the third one. But that's the thing. So that's I really like that. But like yeah, that's actually really true. Your house, I've been to your house. I think twice na ate, no, like twice or three times. But yeah, what I love about it is that it is a cross lease, but you've got enough land as well that you can enjoy. Like we did our Christmas party in there and it was so fun, and we've got how many people was that in Christmas party and we were able to fit in your house? I think that's more than 30.
Oh, previously when we had our first Christmas party here, we were about 50 to 60 people. We're a
See?
bit
Like we were
yeah,
a lot. And we were
that's right.
doing games. Like, come on. Like you've got that land at the back. So it's really
That's
good. Like and that's the reason why I really love your property ate and I think you just keep it.
Yeah, yeah, we love it too. So we want to keep it. But anyway, we'll be moving on.
Mhm,
So let's just have a quick wrap up with the disadvantages. So also one more thing, mga new build ngayon mahal.
mhm.
Ano, mahal kahit na maliit ang
Yes, it's
space. Hmm.
you're paying for pretty much ate, you're paying for the advantages of it being a healthy home, being modern, less maintenance. That's what you're paying. So
Yeah.
pretty, it's the same thing. It's pretty much the same amount of a house that's old, but you've got land.
Comment tayo dito from Ellen. Hinanap ko pa because it says here Facebook user and I know that she's commenting from the Facebook page group na Manurewa, Kabayan sa Manurewa. So taga Manurewa dyan nanonood and you're not yet joining our Facebook page group, Facebook group page, yan. Join us as well if
Mm,
you are in Manurewa. And yeah, meet the other kababayan here sa Manurewa like me and
very.
Mary. We will
The local
promote.
Manure ones.
Yeah, she said yaman ni Jupe. Sa totoo lang, hindi ako mayaman. Mayaman ako sa, maybe I've got some ideas that I'm willing to share. Hey, Ellen, catch up tayo sunod. All right. Should we move on to the second one? Because we've talked about the new builds. The second one is
The old build.
old build.
So this is
Mm.
what we call existing homes. So it's already existing. It's pretty much where I live. This is an existing 1980s home.
Mm.
Single glazed, which is that's the reason why maybe we're always sick during winter, malamig. And
Oh,
although we've it kind of helped when we added HRV. So at least it helped. Kasi parang you can also kind of the HRV that we had added, like you can kind of control the temperature inside a house. So
oh,
that's
that's
quite
good.
quite
That one, you can't control it. I just turn it on so
yeah.
it balances the temperature.
Yeah, so something like that. So it's kind of like, so what they did was what they've
That's
installed is that
better.
something that you can transfer the heat from the roof. So like if in the morning
Yeah.
it was actually, like in the afternoon of during winter, mainit sa roof pero malamig sa baba. So if
Yeah.
you kind of control the temperature, it kind of transfer, it blows some air from the roof, which is the heat.
Mhm.
Mm.
Interesting. I don't turn it on in the morning to
In
save
the
the power.
morning,
I turn it on at night para hindi siya mag-cry ang windows in the morning.
yes.
That's how I do it. But you just leave it on the whole time.
Yeah, we leave our HRV the whole time, 24/7.
And the tricky part with that one, because you know it has filter. Ako na ngayon ang
Yeah.
umaakyat sa taas to change the filter, and it's not easy to go up in the ceiling.
Are you is that okay? Ito ba yung isa ang New Zealand ba isa sa mga bansa na parang you can't do this because you're not a registered blah blah blah.
Oh, I do
I
changing the
remember
filter quick and
I know,
easy.
like,
So
what I was thinking, but then you might fall, ACC at.
no, I should be fine. What I worry about is my closet will collapse because
Oh!
entry niya is closet.
Oh,
But
no,
yeah,
that's true.
I
It's
can
the same
manage.
thing as us, ate. Sa closet din yung entry. That's
Which I don't
funny.
like. Because if we need an electrician to fix something or add something, they need to come to our room. But what can I do?
Yeah.
I can,
Oh,
I don't know.
anyway.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's talk about the advantages. So, ano nga ba? Of course, the character of the farm, right?
Yes.
Especially
Yes.
if it has been set up already, the garden, and yun, dun na siya magkakaroon ng character, I think, when somebody has lived there already and added some value to the
Mm.
property. What do you think?
Mhm, mhm. And also it adds there as well, like as what you have, the one
Yeah.
that you've sent me, ate. It mostly of existing properties is already in. Oh, I keep on saying already. It's already it's already in the in a neighborhood that is quite established. Like there's groceries na, there's transportations, there's like it's close to the motorway, yung mga ganon po, 'di ba?
Yeah, that really adds value to the property. And Sa amin, this is the background. I mean, my house is my background here, our lounge. So that in the background, the TV and the wall actually is something that we've added because that's what I like, where I put my plants in, and it's just not
Mm.
scattered any corners of our house. So for me, I like that kind of view. If I see other houses that will have the same character, but probably to others who are not interested in planting, because it, you will spend time looking after plants, it may not be um captivating for them. So it depends on the taste of a person.
Yes, that's so true, ate. And then another thing is of course the potential, the price potential. So they may have room for improvements, which is like that's the reason why you kind of like if it's a first home, I would want an existing home, but if it's an investment, I would like to have a new build. So existing homes, majority of the times when you're buying it, it's almost a similar price to new home, but then you have a bit of land. So like there's a, let's just say there's already 500 to 600 square meter ridge of land. So you can add up, like you can either add an extension to the house, another bedroom or another toilet. So and those are
Yes.
majority of the times are like well, of course you can do that only if it's freehold. But if it's like cross lease, then you would need to have kind of like an approval from the other half of a share, but depending on what happens. So yeah, so those are the things po ate ng that I like. Do you want to add any advantages more of the existing home?
Existing home, yeah, I think the potential, yeah, I agree with you, the potential. And
Mm-hmm.
can't think of anything else, but the potential is definitely one thing that we've done here, because
Yeah.
we've done a lot of
You've
gardening and
added improvements, yes.
you, because we have enough space. And actually, I'm thinking of adding another sleep out, but of course, my other half is not approving it, so set it aside for now.
Okay. So what else? Okay, well, those are the advantages. What about disadvantages for existing homes?
Well, depende sa existing homes. Kung ang house is just few years old, then I would think it's still very much okay. But if it's too
Mm.
old, dami mo nang ipapalitan. Oh, actually, when we moved here, because it was built in 1990, 1993 to be specific. And when we moved here, we didn't like that the water tank. It's low pressure. It's small, low pressure. So we
Oh.
taken out
Oh.
and changed into the continuous flow Rinnai system. And so we enjoy the
Mm, mm,
strong
mm.
pressure of water from then on. So yun ang maraming mga things na hindi ko gusto, plus outdated. The windows were
Yes.
single glass, so we have it changed as well.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. And also ate like yours, so like especially to our kababayans who are first home buying, they don't know and they just came to New Zealand. They don't know the different cladding. So like let you when you bought it, cladding here is that the exteriors of the house. So the cladding like yours, you didn't know it's fiber cement. It's still okay, but it just cracks easily. But then
Mm.
the majority of the existing homes that depending on the areas as well ate. So like you say, if you walk and drive around the gardens, a lot of the properties in there around the 1990s, it's kind of it's built with plaster, which is it's not too good.
Oh.
So a lot of our first home buyers, they don't really understand the cladding and its importance of actually knowing about it, because at the end of the day, yes, you can still kind of run after the agent who sold it to you and didn't disclose it,
Mm.
or it, but you'll never know, you know. You The thing is like most of our kababayans, we don't really know the process as well, like how can they even go for a complaint na oh hindi to disclose ni agent or anything like that. So with existing home ate, you will kind of already, when you're doing your due diligence, you can already kind of look at the property or ask the agent as well. I like existing home because most of most with I like the new build comparing to existing home, because majority of the new builds now are either built with either brick or brick and weatherboard. You know, the one that I just recently sold at there, remember that was a 2013 build, the Mangere property that I sold for
Oh, yes,
1.1.
yes.
Yeah, so that one ate is a combination of brick, weatherboard, and tile, which is all the good, all the good claddings. So that's kind of what I like about the younger versions of the houses right now, because especially when you're buying younger ones from the 2000s, then at least it is already following the Building Act of New Zealand, because in
Yeah.
1994 is when they changed most of the Building Act, like they have to do this so that it actually
Mm.
get accepted by the council. So that's the thing. So that's the only thing about existing homes, but nonetheless, like I actually still like both.
Have you heard of this asbestos? Because it
Oh
has
yeah.
big thing previously in the past few years. Now they are trying to get rid of the houses with asbestos. So I don't
Yes.
know what this
So
look like.
So asbestos is a stigmatized material for us real estate agent, and that's the reason why
Oh.
stigmatized means it is quite a big deal if you are selling an
Mm.
asbestos kind of property, because most of the time, well, actually most of the it actually, like, you actually pay a lot to do a removal for asbestos, because it's very unsafe in here in New Zealand. I think in the Philippines we're using asbestos before.
What does it
I
look
remember asbestos.
like?
Well,
Some way.
if you view properties ate on in the open home, what asbestos looks like, it looks like kind of like glittery on the ceiling.
So
So
they
if
put
you
it in the
see, some are in
what?
the ceiling, some are in the walls. Like, I viewed a property before that had asbestos in it and wasn't
Oh,
disclosed by the agent. So but because I know what it looks like, I had to ask the agent, and I was with my buyer. I said, "Is that asbestos on the ceiling?" Kasi nakikita ko para siyang makintab, para siyang ate, sa Philippines parang tinexture yung wall. Pero yung asbestos is like it's got kind of like a little glitter, kind of.
it's like a
That's what it
powder or
looks
something.
like. Yeah, kind of like,
Okay,
and
maybe.
that's the reason why you can't touch it. You don't touch it because it's I think at the end of the day, if you inhale the fumes of it, it's really not safe. You're gonna get sick.
I'll research more on this one, and maybe yeah,
Mm,
a building inspector or a builder
yes.
master will tell us more about this. Anyway, disadvantages. So yeah, quite old. The maintenance, ano pa ba? Hidden issue,
Outdated.
outdated. The style may probably not something that you like, but again, it's up to you. If that kung ano yun yung makaya ng budget mo, then
That's so
go
true.
for
And I see that in your list as well. It actually shows that it's got, like what we've mentioned earlier, the asbestos, when you asked me, that's got a potential hidden issues. So, and that's the
it.
reason why you just have to make sure that you're working with a really, really genuinely honest real estate agent that you want to work with. And so that at least you know what type of property that you want to put an offer with, like, too. So, yeah.
What I really like about our sessions every week actually is educating me. And
As
I'm
well.
pretty sure people are really into buying their first home maybe soon, or buying their second property soon, will be educated as well as to, what are the things that you would like to weigh up, because these are
Yes.
very important things. New build ba, old build ba, or renovated. Let's talk about the renovated house. Old build siya,
Yeah.
syempre, no? You can't renovate it.
Yes.
Brand new one.
Well, I like that's the one that I mentioned earlier, Ate, that what I like, because it's a combination of your old build and your existing home and your new build. So it's the same thing as the house that I'm selling. I posted it in the Kabayans in Monreal just today. Hello po. Kung may mga gustong bumili nun, that's a renovated property.
Hey, I didn't go to your viewing last time because I got busy. I was having
Oh, that's
another
okay,
stream.
Ate.
Sa, yun ba yun? Yun ba yun?
Malapit sa inyo yan, ate, because it's in Glendon Park as well. So it's just off Moncrief, which is Moncrief is off Roscommon Road.
Yeah, it's really close. Dito
Mm.
lang pala.
Really?
Moncrief.
Opo, diyan lang, malapit lang. So, yun po is considered as a renovated property. So, most of the houses that you can see in Trade Me right now in real estate.co.nz, ito yung mga question palagi ng buyer sa akin. Mary Ann, why are they asking for like 800 plus or 900 plus? They just bought it on August and that's not even that much time. They bought it in August and they bought it for 600 and now they're asking for 850. Okay, because of the cost of their renovation, ate. So at the end of the day, they pretty much did what what you'll have to do if you buy the house at 650. Ate. So like the house that I'm selling right now in Slim Place, yun po is if you can see it, it's a public information. It was bought by my vendors po ng $656,000 nito lang nung 2020 not of 2023. They did a renovation which costed, I know, like more than 100 or something. And that's the reason why it kind of justifies the price range that they're looking at. So of course, if you're an investor, you would want to put yourself on that position in their shoes. Na how much it's actually gonna cost them. So that's the thing. So renovated property, ate, what's good with that is that you don't need to do a lot of things anymore because they did it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the Slim Place, ate, when they bought it, it was an old house. Although there are some that are, it's up to you if you want to change it yourself as well. The windows aren't changed. Most of the renovated property in the market that you can see on Trade Me or realestate.co, what they do is that they renovate the major parts of the house. So like let's say the lounge, they wanted to do open plan. They make it open plan. So they remove a wall, diba? Yung mga ganun, ate.
Yeah.
And then they change the bathroom because most of the older house, if you notice, ate, it's not fully tiled and it kind of moist, diba, ate? It moist on the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the renovated property, you will see it's fully tiled already. So you don't really need to pay that much. Majority of the times, the bathroom is actually the most expensive, one of the most expensive part of the house to renovate.
Oh.
And then do another lick of paint, and of course change the new carpets and everything like that. So pretty much what I like about it is that because it adds up to the value. So it added value to your home. Yes, but what's good is that it's still almost the same price as when you buy a new build without a
Yeah.
lot.
So 2 years ago, meron kaming neighbor here. The house was on sale, and we went
Mm,
in to have a look. The house was looking really old because of the molds up in the ceiling, and
mm, mm.
the outside, the outdoor area, although it has some space, but it wasn't. It's so messy. It's like there's a pig that was. They had a pet pig and at the backyard in their backyard, and after a few months, no, it was actually sold, and I was like, who would buy that property? And then after a few months, it was on sale again. It was put on sale, but this time the picture was looking nice, so I assume that they hated it, and they have fixed everything, those things that we have seen when we went in for the first time that
Yeah.
it was put on sale. So it is one thing that you need probably to look at kung anong mga inayos during I don't know
Yeah.
if they're gonna build that one when you
Yeah,
inquire.
well, we can tell that. Like me as an agent, like the one I'm selling, the Seven Slim Place, I can, like,
Mm,
if you want to view the property, I can tell you pretty much everything about the property, what they've fixed about the property, and how much it kind of costed. I can't really tell you like the exact, but I know
mm,
because, like, in terms of, we work with also tradies. So of
mm,
course, like, we have like a certain amount that, oh, this is gonna cost much, or if you added a new deck, this is gonna cost per square meter, yung mga ganun, ate. So
yeah,
we can pretty much do an estimation of how much the vendor has kind of put in the property when they renovate it. But at the end of the
yeah,
day, I don't really know. We don't really know It's up to
We
the
can,
vendor to actually if they want to disclose it. Yeah. But
and I
at the
do
end of
understand.
the day, opo,
I do
right?
understand that the materials, the prices of the materials nowadays is just crazy high.
And
It's
then the
very
labor as well. Ate.
Yeah, that's another thing. Kasi tumas inflation, syempre they will require, taasan mo yung sahod ko
Mm.
kasi because of inflation. Once the inflation goes up, the rest will be affected.
Mhm.
Labor, prices, ano pa ba? Everything. Mm.
Yeah, and that's the reason why what I love about renovated property, a lot of our kababayans that I met, they were like, "Oh, but it's just this much and just this much." But they don't really know the industry. They don't really know how expensive it is to do renovations. And so pretty much actually nowadays ate, most of the traders, most of investors who does trading, which is like buying, renovating, selling, they're not making a lot. They're actually not making a lot, eh? Like, especially after the market has gone cold.
I can really talk more about that one because I'm not as a sole trader, probably as a online tutor, a teacher at the same time.
Mm-mm.
But have you've seen my videos, and I tried my best to do it myself. I can If I can do it, I buy the materials, I try to do it, and
Yeah.
man, goodness gracious me, the prices has really gone up, and it's not easy to do the job that you are not used to doing. Because I can still remember when I did this, our small bathroom, the additional bathroom we had here outside. It I stayed up until 10 or 11, just
Oh my
repainting.
god.
I wasn't happy with my work. But then again, it was my choice to save money, and it was my choice to
Yeah,
experience how builders and painters would do it. And I can really say it's not easy. So if
it's
you
not
are not
easy.
sure, well, for me, it was my risk to do it myself. I don't really like 100% like my work, maybe just because I prefer
Yeah.
to save money. And those who wants to have the best, I would advise you to just call an expert.
That's so true, ate. And that's the reason why, for me, my most favorite property would be renovated property because it gives you the land, which is pretty much it adds you improvement value, and it's already renovated by the trader that has bought it and fixed it and sell it again. Pretty much you're paying the same amount of a new build with a 100 square meter land area without even a car park, without even a garden. But then you buy a renovated property, you go inside the house that I'm selling, like the same at Seven Slim Place in Glendon Park. That one has new stove, new oven, like pretty much everything is new. The bathroom, you don't need to do anything. The toilet, you don't need to do everything. If you just wanted to add up more improvement, then just add up. But the price of it, it's almost the same as buying a new build.
Is this the one that you've just posted recently? The eight
Yes.
that is around mid 800.
Yes, yes, ate.
I
That's
like the
the one.
price.
I'm gonna be there ate on Saturday and Sunday at 1 to 1:45. If you guys, if any one of our kababayans who are free on that time on
I'll try.
weekends, just visit. Yeah, because mid eight ate for a 611 square meter land area,
Yeah,
man.
a good one. And then three bedroom tapos meron pang garage.
Sleep out
It's like
and
pero
sleep out.
mag sleep out. Oo. It's
I
really a
sleep
good
out.
investment. Kaya just weigh up things. Renovated na siya. The land
Yeah.
is very important because yun yung nag-grow, 'di ba? Not actually the
Yeah.
house, I'd say.
Not the dwelling. The dwelling depreciates ate, especially if the owner doesn't take care of the house. So it depreciates. What you're wanting to actually grow on is with the land, which is what I've mentioned earlier, land banking. So that's the reason why I love renovated properties, is that because yes, they've pretty much done 80% of what you want to fix in the house. If you want to add up to actually really put it up to your standards, then you can add up a little bit more money, but pretty much you're paying the same amount of a new build to this existing home that has enough space for you, which in the future you
Hmm.
can even subdivide.
Yeah, true. Okay, I would like to quickly share this one because the one that you have listed has three bedroom
Mhm.
with a slip out.
Yes, ate.
right? And a big land, 800. So I have this friend as well, couple, a family, moved here as well in Manurewa. I've invited them, but they are shy at the moment. So I'll just quickly share what they have bought. It's also around 800. It's a townhouse, 4 bedroom, 2 story, small space though. So I
Mm.
would go for the 100 that you have listed. Kung ako merong
Mm.
800 to be allowed to
Yes.
lock
Yes.
800, I would go for that one
Yes.
because after 2 years I can sell it. Plus, while I'm staying, I can rent out the sleep out. So there will be
Yes.
in
Yes.
yeah.
And you know the garage of it, ate, it's a freestanding garage plus a utility room. But at the end of the day, another space. Like you can actually still use it as a storage instead. Because if you look into the photos that I shared in the Kabayans in Manurewa, it's got such a big space for your car park in front, and
Oh,
it's
that's
fully
another thing.
fed.
Yan din ang hinahanap namin kasi apat na kaming adults sa bahay. The youngest one will be
Yeah.
buying her car in 2 or 3 years time. And nagsisiksikan na nga kami na tatlo kaming may car. How much more pag apat? With the new builds na wala kang space, like where are you going to park? On the street? No.
Yeah, and it's a similar price range as this renovated properties. See, that's what I
Yes.
actually the reason why I really love the third property that we're talking about tonight is that you've got pretty much both worlds.
Kung may pera lang
So,
sana.
mm-hmm.
I don't have yet. Give me
So
money first. Viewers ko dyan. Hindi ako mayaman.
or you can
Ellen, hindi.
you can kind of check, ate. Maybe you can afford the second while putting this on rent.
Let's see. Kasi hindi lang ako magde-decide eh. Anyway, for these three types of property, new build, old builds, and renovated, let's quickly talk
Mm.
about anong grants ang marireceive mo or you can use when you're using KiwiSaver.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Mm-hmm.
have any idea
Well,
about the amount?
yes, ate. Well, pretty much if you're a first home buyer anyway, you are allowed to use your Kiwi Saver withdrawal anyway. So you can use that. You just have to leave $1,000 in your Kiwi Saver as long as you have been a Kiwi Saver member distributor for 3 years. So you can all use that whatever property you're buying, either a new build, an existing home, renovated, you can still use your Kiwi Saver. So those are your Kiwi Saver because you can only use Kiwi Savers either if you're bankrupt or you've retired or buying your first home.
Yeah, we can't use our KiwiSaver.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just for our retirement now.
Yes.
But I know that there's also a grant from the is that from the government?
Yes. So as much as I know, I was trying to research it today as well, but um I'm not sure, but we have to we have to kind of get an assurance from a broker or someone that we can invite next time. But I know it hasn't changed. If you're buying a new build, you are up to 10,000 per person. So up to 10,000. It also depends on because I have a friend, well, when I was a sales manager at the airport before, even though they bought a new build, he was only granted 8,000. So that's the reason why they say up to 10,000. So I don't know how the brokers kind of done their accounts. It's beyond my expertise, ate. But if it's new build, it's up to 10,000. If it's existing home, it's up to 5,000 per person.
Yeah. Because the reason behind it, when we bought our first home, we were processing it. We were requesting to use our KiwiSaver, but because we haven't had our 3 years contribution yet, so we weren't able to avail it. And it's meant to be that time 1,000 each year after the 3 years that
Mhm.
you've been 1,000 for the old build. So meron ka
Mm,
up to 5,000 for five years, I think, that you've been
yeah,
contributing. So parang 1,000 for each year and
yeah,
2,000 for bills that you're going to buy. And that's why if you've been contributing for up to 5 years, then 2,000 for each year, that will reach to 10,000. That was in
10,000. Yeah.
2020. So I'm not sure kung nag-iba ngayon
If
or if
it's
it's still
changed.
the same.
Yeah. That's the reason why I think by our next with our next episodes, coming episodes, ate, I think we kind of have to invite again either a broker or even either a lawyer, because usually majority of the time it's the lawyer that helps you withdraw the Kiwi Saver from your
Ah,
Kiwi Saver provider. So you can do that because yeah, I'm pretty sure, because most of my buyers, it was their lawyers who kind of dealt with the provider.
mm. Oh, right. That's a good idea. We will reach out to another lawyer to discuss Kiwi Saver loan
Yes.
next time. All right.
Yes.
A quick wrap up. We have discussed about the different types of properties that you would like to consider and weigh up, whether new build, old build, or renovated. It's totally up to
Mm.
you and up to your budget. Okay, and yeah,
Yes.
pretty much that.
Well, if you've got the budget for the new build, ate, I'll really want renovated.
Yeah, I think I would go
Kind
for.
of.
For me, if I have a budget, I would for my dream house. I would go for a section and design my
Yeah,
own house.
of course. Of course. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's really up to our kababayans, but we are here at it to help them, guide them through their journey. It's not really scary. It's quite scary, but if you've got an agent with you, or if you've got someone who's really knowing about the industry, it's just a walk in the park.
Totally. I mean, even if you do your research, if it's your first time, it's always scary for the first time. Ayan.
Yes.
Looking forward
Okay.
nanood sa atin and pahabol lang because I'm going to have with a group of teachers, with a group of Filipino teachers teaching here in New Zealand, experienced teachers in science and maths and in primary. We'll be having webinars coming up soon. So just check out the details on my Facebook page if you're interested and PM me, message me for the final decision because we will be having it on the 5th of April and 6th in the 13th. And that's going to be starting next week. So, yeah, reach out to me as soon as you decide whether you want to join the webinars, of course. Any other?
Yeah. Pahabol, just yeah, if you guys are looking into like what is actually a renovated property, what does it really look like, contact me, or just go to my property that I've just listed. So that's
Oh,
Seven Slim Place. Can I actually present it at this so they can see it?
yeah,
But I
sure.
don't.
Are you able
Oh,
to?
I don't
Because
know how
I'm
to. I
still
don't know how
getting my.
to actually. Yeah. So it's actually so Seven Slim
Website.
Place, Manorewa,
Are you?
and
Do you find the present icon at the bottom? I don't know how to do that.
yeah, that's what I'm. Oh, there. Oh, is it that one? Yeah.
So if
Is
you
it
can click
now?
on the present icon and then I would guess it would
Okay.
say share screen.
Oh, I can share my. Oh, yeah, share screen.
Mm.
Okay,
So while
share
Marianne
screen
is
sharing.
setting up her presentation, I sang another announcement. This school holiday, not school holiday yet. It's the long weekend, so we will be having some
Yeah.
fellowship heads and also in Papakura on Sunday and Pairoa on Saturday. Nagkabulol-bulol yung mga days ko. Friday in Macau, Pairoa on Saturday, Pairoa, and Sunday, Papakura. So if you want to meet other Filipinos as well, likable and positive Filipinos, let me know
Mm.
and I will introduce you to them. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, there. So ito mga pahabol, mga kabayans, this is a property that I'm selling. It's actually quite a big property. It's a 611 square meter land, and then it's renovated inside. If you can see that, so it's
Ito yung
it's
sa
quite
Manurewa.
beautiful.
Oh, I like that.
Yes. Yes,
My
ate.
favorite
Ito
color.
yung sa Clendon Park. The
Nice.
bedrooms are actually quite spacious as well, and the
Hey,
toilet is
windows.
fully tiled.
Ooh, I like
Opo,
that.
fully tiled siya. And then this is the sleep out, ate.
Hey,
So it's gonna
nice.
sleep out. Yeah.
Ano ba yan? Baby glaze Hindi.
Ano po?
Double glazed bang mga windows and the
No,
doors?
it's still single glaze. So pretty much
My
ate. So it's actually
HRV. Oh, I like the
opo.
deck.
So it doesn't have HRV as I'm aware of, but I'm pretty sure. So this one is pretty much the price range is almost like when you're buying a new house, a new build.
Kasi yan yung
I
mga
don't
tinatanong if I'm going to look for a house, the windows, because lalo na
mm,
pag uh, new
winter.
or renovated, double glazed ba siya? HRV is very important
Mm,
for me. Heat pump, insulation,
mm.
meron.
Yeah,
But
so
of course,
this one, well, of course, it's got the wall insulation and everything since it's renovated. But double glazed, no, they don't have. It's just a single glazed home po. So they didn't really change the joineries. It's still the original one, original joineries. But yeah, just definitely just come here, view the property, see what you can see. At the end of the day, yes, there is a price vendor expectation, but it is my job to present all offers. So if you want to put an offer, let's do it. Let's put it on paper and let's see what the vendors will say.
yeah, I like it because ang windows, pwede mo siyang ma-change eh. Pwede mo siyang ma-upgrade from single to
Yes.
double. But the car park, mahirap yun i-upgrade. But this
Yes,
one,
ate. Oh my gosh.
it has enough space for
Yes.
party, for party as
Yeah.
well.
I know. So if you've got like, and what's good if you can see this, ate, andali lang, the aerial shot, there. So
Oh,
it's
look at
actually
that.
fully
On your
fenced.
entrance.
So yeah, that's actually fully fenced. If you see that it's got the fully fenced, it was actually renewed that the fence. So it's
Oh,
quite
that's
good.
great. Oh, may
So
utility
if
wall.
you've got any times, guys, mga kabayan,
Oh, sayang. Kung may pera lang ako. Sana mayaman ako. Sana all. But yeah, thank you so much. And
thank
I
you,
hope that one
ate.
kababayans, viewers here who would be interested. So, watch out na lang, guys, for next week, another episode. We'll just surprise you for another valuable topic that we're going to discuss.
Thank you. You have a good evening, everyone. Thank you. Thanks,
Okay.
ate.
Thanks,
Bye.
Marianne. See ya. Bye.
See ya. Bye.